Well, it's official. I now have a celebrity crush on Mickey Madison. What's going on, viewers? It's TVB. I'm here tonight to review Anora, the first movie review of 2025. Even though it's for it's a review of a movie that was released in 2024. I know I'm late to this party, but like I noticed I didn't really notice any new like January weekend films coming out this weekend. You know, it is the first weekend of January, or it was the first weekend of January, so I give the studios a benefit of the doubt. Not any new films that just came out that I noticed, at least. So I decided to give Anora a chance, because this and like The Substance were like the two films that I honestly regret not going to see in theaters when I had the chance to do so, like when I moved here to Ohio. Hopefully I can see The Substance at one point, but yeah. If only I had seen Anora before, like, the new year started, so I could have included this on my favorite movie of the year list, because I had a great time with Anora. It's a romantic comedy. You guys probably have seen the movie long before I did. You know, it's about Mickey Madison. She plays an exotic dancer, and she falls in love with the son of a Russian billionaire, and like they get married, and you know the Russian guy's parents like send thugs his way, and there's this whole wild chase all throughout New York City. Yeah, this film was an experience. An experience that totally warrants its R rating. You know, don't like, parents don't watch this movie with your kids, please. But yeah, it was such a wild ride. Like, Mickey Madison was so great as the titular Anora. Like, she really just brought the energy to this film, and it's sweet. It's sexy at the start, and there's like this whole build up, and them falling in love, and this whole romance, this love story, and then things just the second act, things just take off like a rocket, and it's just a wild adventure after that, and there's emotional moments, and there's ridiculous like WTF moments. It's overall an experience that I really suggest you guys like I said, it's been out for a couple of months now, so you guys have probably seen it already, but I'm glad I finally got a chance to do so. I'm giving Anora an 8 out of 9 stars. It's a fantastic film. Alright, so this is something I did last year when I reviewed my pick for the worst movie of 2024, which I don't feel like talking about again. But when I reviewed that Schlockfest, I also coupled the review with my 9 most anticipated films of the year list, as a part of List Week. So I figured I could do the same thing this year, and I might keep this as a tradition going forward with the first movie review, if it does happen to fall like in the middle of List Week, like how it did this year and the year before, when I'm trying to bing bang boom you guys with 7 list videos like within the first week of January. So yeah, these are going to be my 9 most anticipated films of the year, and keep in mind, it's based totally off of my opinion. And also, release dates are subject to change. There are some films that are supposed to come out in 2024, but, got delayed to this year. This happens every year because, the film industry, putting things off and having to delay movies' release dates and things. So keep that in mind. And also, this is not in any particular order from films I'm excited to the least or the most. This is just a random order of movies I'm just really excited to check out this year. Case in point, kicking off my list is 28 Years Later. I will admit this, I've only seen the first opening 30 minutes of 28 Days Later, and I haven't seen 28 Weeks Later yet, but I definitely should do so because the trailer for 28 Years Later was freaky! Holy cow. Again, it takes place back in the UK, and the zombies are I remember just seeing from the trailer, the zombies are just so dark and scary from a distance, and it looks so eerie. I've always been a huge fan of zombies and horror and the supernatural and apocalypse, survival, films and movies and said films and movies in the same sentence, and video games and TV shows. I love the Left 4 Dead 2, I love the Walking Dead, and good stuff like that. So yeah, anytime a big release involving zombies comes out, I get really excited. And for once, January might not be such a bad month for movies this year. I'm really excited for Wolfman and Dogman. It's funny, they're both about canine protagonists, but in terms of tone, the two films could not be more different. Because the Wolfman is this R-rated, horror remake of the Universal movie monster classic, while Dogman is a PG, super family friendly, like, you know, for the kids, like a film that's an adaptation of beloved David Pilkey graphic novel series. It's like, I love The Invisible Man. It's the same director from The Invisible Man is coming back to direct Wolfman. There's no dark universe anymore, but they're still continuing, like, you know, darker retellings of classic movie monsters. I'm so on board for the trailer. Looks so freaky. And Dogman, I have not read any of the Dogman graphic novels, but I read the absolute hell out of Captain Underpants when I was a kid. Like, Shane and Danny and I, we devoured those books like nobody's business. And, like, Dogman was introduced by George and Harold in one of the Captain Underpants books, and they, like, it's the one that, like, I forget what the book is called, but it dives into their backstory and how they became friends in kindergarten, how they started making, like, comic books and created superheroes together. First they created Dogman, then they created Captain Underpants. That's how it goes in the books. So yeah, I'm very... The animation looks super cute, and I can't wait to see what DreamWorks does next. Because they've been on a roll lately with The Wild Robot. I still hope that movie wins the Oscar. But anyways, another animated film looking forward to this year is Zootopia 2. Zootopia, back in 2016, was one of my favorite movies of that year, and is like a contemporary Disney classic. Disney has been going through golden ages and dark ages for as long as Disney has been Disney. Like, you know, it's been kind of a bumpy couple of years. I still enjoyed Lightyear. I still enjoyed Wish. I still enjoyed Turning Red. I can't help if... I definitely don't, like, dislike those movies as much as a lot of other people do. But at the same time, it really feels like Disney has been taking a step back in terms of quality. And these films, they keep flopping at the box office. So hopefully, with how successful Inside Out 2 was last year, Zootopia 2 bring things back on track for Disney. And also, next film I'm looking forward to in 2025 is Superman, directed by James Gunn. Oh my gosh, James Gunn did such a great job with both The Suicide Squad and the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy that, like, he is the guy to do Superman. And I know I'm a little bummed out that, like, Henry Cavill's not reprising his role as Superman. They found a new actor this time, but I'm sure he'll do great. The teaser trailer looked so good. Like, this for Superman, I can't believe it. Like, how they mix the electric guitar with the original score from John Williams. The music, viewers. Oh, I can't wait to see how the score is going to play out for the rest of the film and, like, what sort of direction they're going to take Superman next in, as well as this new DCU, because the DCEU had a rocky start and a rocky finish. So hopefully James Gunn brings good DC movies back. Alright, kind of the black sheep of this list, because I know most other people aren't looking forward to this film as much as I am. I put Novocaine on this list because the main reason why is because Amber Midthunder plays the Jack Quaid's love interest that you guys might have seen in the trailer. Like, he's this dude, he works at a bank, he can't feel any pain, then, like, he falls in love with Amber Midthunder, and they start, like, going on dates, then she's taken hostage by these bank robbers, so he has to put his condition to use to, like, and, you know, just fight a bunch of bad guys to win her back. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this is Amber Midthunder's first, like, big screen appearance ever. Like, she got her big break as Nadu in Prey, which was one of my favorite movies of 2022, right? The Predator prequel, where she plays she's a Native American actress playing a Native American girl living in the 1700s, and she's got to save the village from the Predator and, you know, French fur trappers. Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies of that year, but it was only on Hulu. And she's been in, like, TV shows, and she's been in, like, Avatar: Last Airbender, the live action series that's on Netflix, which I still haven't watched. But yeah, this is probably her first big screen appearance. As her playing a character's love interest, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this, because she absolutely nailed it as Prey, and I'm sure she'll do again whatever film she takes on next. And next on my list is Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson. I have so much respect for this dude, both as an actor and as a person. Like, he clawed his way out of Twilight, and I have a Batman hat sitting in my closet, but I don't really feel like grabbing it for this video. Now I'm mentioning, I'll wear it for the Mickey 17 movie, because I bought a really sick Batman hat when I moved here to Ohio. But yeah, it's also directed by Bong Joon-ho, who also directed the Oscar sweeping Parasite, which was the first foreign film to win the Oscar for Best Picture, which that still is crazy to me. That movie, I've only seen that movie once. The one time Mark and I saw it in theaters back in 2020, right before the world stopped making sense. But yeah, like the Mickey, the same director's coming back, and also Steven Yeun is gonna be in this film. Which again, I took a photo with him at Walker Stalker Con, my friend at Itzhak, way back in 2015. Glenn's actor is gonna be in a movie. Oh, I'm just again. It's also the whole premise. It looks like Groundhog Day in outer space with like Robert Pattinson and Steven Yeun. So shut up and take my money. Of course, I would not be the person that I am today without the Jurassic Park franchise. So Jurassic World Rebirth is gonna be like, it's coming out this July. Sort of like how Prey did for the Predator franchise, Jurassic World Rebirth, it seems like it's gonna bring the Jurassic franchises back to its roots. I still really like Jurassic World Dominion, despite all the backlash it received from the fans and from the critics, and despite, the general mixed consensus that people have about all the Jurassic sequels. I have a really great feeling that this may or may not be the best sequel, like, the best Jurassic Park sequel ever since The Lost World back in 1997, because it looks like they're bringing the franchise back to its roots on a secluded setting, like either on Isla Nublar, Isla Sorna, or someplace else, and there's this super lethal dinosaur running around the loose, and with a possible return, or maybe confirmed return, I'm not so sure, of Spinosaurus coming back from Jurassic Park 3, which is personally my favorite dinosaur. Like, Jurassic Park 3 did introduce me to the Spinosaurus, and like, I absolutely fell in love with that dinosaur as a kid. I thought it was cool that it took on the T-Rex. It defeated the T-Rex, even though the way that Spinosaurus is depicted in Jurassic Park 3 could not have been more outdated, which is not the movie's fault by any means, because we didn't have the same knowledge of Spinosaurus back then in 2001 as we do now, because nowadays it's mostly agreed that Spinosaurus spent a lot more time hunting fish instead of other dinosaurs, so it wasn't like able to take on like herbivorous dinosaurs that well, let alone a freaking T-Rex, despite the size advantage. But anyways, yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm anytime, like, there's new dinosaurs, again, zombies and dinosaurs, you get my attention. Same thing with aliens. And last, but definitely not least, my film I'm looking forward to probably the most of this year is Avatar: Fire and Ash. The first Avatar, like Jurassic Park, those are like two of my all-time favorite films. Like, I absolutely adore the sci-fi genre. Like, Jurassic Park and Avatar were like my two biggest inspirations to write my own sci-fi stories as a kid. And yeah, Way of Water brought us back to Pandora in such a beautiful way. It's like the first movie is all about save the trees, second movie is all about save the whales. I'm so intrigued to see Fire and Ash because we're going to meet another tribe. We got the Omatakaya people of the forest and the other tribes we met in the first film during the Turok Makto scene, and we got Metakaina people of the reef that we met in Way of Water. So these new people are, from what the rumor has it, are going to be the main antagonists, which I've been speculating on this for years. Because the first Avatar was, an anti-colonization message, and it's like, it was very inspired from, like, how Europeans colonized Native Americans. And I made a whole, 45-minute review of the first Avatar before A Way of Water came out while I was still in Colorado Springs for my internship. And I speculated, maybe later in the franchise, they're going to encounter a hostile, Na'vi tribe that's going to be the main antagonists for Jake and Neytiri and the gang. Because, just like how, all around the world, it's, in our world, people have been killing and going to war and colonizing each other for as long as humans have been humans. Europeans doing other Europeans, other continents, and, Africans doing it to other Africans, Asians doing it to other Asians, Native Americans doing it to other Native Americans. So it's very realistic that the Na'vi wouldn't all just get along all the time. Because in the first movie, okay, this last tangent, I'll end the video on this note. I don't want to go on for super long, my apologies. But yeah, it said, Neytiri explains to Jake in the first movie that, that her grandfather's grandfather was the last Turok Makto, and he brought the clans together at a time of great sorrow, which suggests that there was at one point Na'vi on Na'vi conflict in Pandora, and the previous Turok Maktos, whenever that happens, whenever there is a Turok Makto, he's there to keep the other tribes in check, so to speak, so the war stops. So maybe, now I'm thinking about it, maybe Jake is going to be become Turok Makto all over again to end the conflict with his people and the Fire and Ash people, and maybe they're already again, I think Quaritch is confirmed to come back, but we'll see. Anyways, there you guys have it. My review for Anora and my 9 most anticipated films of the year. What film are you looking forward to the most this year? You can comment your top 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, whatever it takes down in the comments below. And subscribe to this channel. Stay beastly.